Welcome to another Oakland Athletics episode here on MLB The Show 23. It's 2029 and it's opening day at Pandora Field in Oakland, California. The White Sox coming in to visit our Oakland A's. Here's the preseason projections. It's Givens, Guerrero, and Hoffman all over the place. We'll see if that comes to fruition this season. Yuri Perez on the hill, the Cy Young winner last year in the American League, and he will face Tyler Mahle, who had an awful year last year at 4-18. He was a little bit better than that, but gives up a 2-run shot in this one. Garrett Mitchell with a ground ball. Look at Nevar throwing it on to first, getting the out. Colson Montgomery comes up in the fifth and right into the glove of Frankie Miller to get through the top of the fifth. We go to the top of the sixth where Gavin Sheets grounds one over to Marcelo Mayer, on to Nevar, and on to Guerrero to get the double play. But we've got a delay in the action. Manager Glenn goes out there. 45-minute rain delay. So Jebediah Pembersham will come in to make his major league debut. Yoan Moncada with the swing and the miss, and Pembersham gets through the sixth. He's happy about it. Look at that beautiful beard. It's 2-0 Oakland through the middle of the sixth. So we move into the seventh. Pembersham going up against Garrett Mitchell. There's a big swing and a miss. And Pembersham doing a great job running through innings of relief. He had the bases loaded when he gets this man just sitting there looking at it. You just can't do that. Sean Burke on the hill, and Jason Givens strikes out with a runner in scoring position. That was Burke's third strikeout. Here's Vladimir Guerrero with the swing and the miss on the curveball away. So that's it. Just 2 runs from the Oakland A's thus far. Garrett Crochet looking to close out his first game as an A's closer. And Bo Naylor, barely knower, going to go ahead and draw the walk. He's on first with nobody away. 9-hole hitter Jackie Zito up there. Grounder right up the middle. Givens will corral it in, but 2 on, nobody out for Garrett Mitchell. He swings and misses at the slider, and Crochet with a big strikeout. So double play possible. It's Colson Montgomery ripping one to center. Givens gets over there quite easily. No tag-up attempt. So 2 on, 2 out for Eloy Jimenez, the leading runner at the plate. Givens with a long run to get Eloy Jimenez and close out the Oakland Athletics 2-0 opening day win. That's where a little quiet, but Yuri Perez with a very solid outing. Crochet and the bullpen with Jebediah Pembersham close it out. So we move into another game here. A's looking to sweep it, and we are looking at Barely Legal's major league debut. He's only the 5th-ranked prospect in the organization, number 15 in Major League Baseball due to this metric. We've got a lot of great prospects, and he's just one of them, striking out Eloy Jimenez in the first inning to get through his first inning ever of work. Randy Dobnak, the starter for the White Sox. He was 3-0 last year with a 5.14 ERA, not great. Julio Nevar with a runner in scoring position, not going to be able to bring him home. So that will end the first inning. We go to the second. Wes Kath with a base hit up the middle. That scores the runner that was 90 feet away, so Barely Legal gives up his first run ever. Bo Naylor, barely knower, takes it right over the head of Kenny Stevens and off the right field wall. Naylor with an RBI double, making it 2-0 White Sox. Not the debut we wanted for Legal. Here's Garrett Mitchell putting one perfectly in the gap between Givens and Stevens. They don't even know who should make this play. Forget about it. Mitchell on his way to third with a triple. So the triple from Mitchell brings up Colson Montgomery. Base hit right in front of Kenny Stevens. 3-0 White Sox. 2 out, Eloy Jimenez gets it past Frankie Miller down the third base line. That scores 1. 4-0 White Sox. Vladdy Jr. comes up with a chance, and he would have taken advantage of this in years past, but instead it's a double play ball. He does pick up a ribby, though. Later on, in the bottom of the 8th, he gets a single into center field. The runner coming home and sliding head first is Jason Givens, and it's a 4-4 game. Here's Julio Nevar ripping one to right field all the way to the wall. Nevar goes to second, Vladdy to third, And here's a chance to score the leading run. Jose Quijada coming in to try to stop it. Pitched 2/3 of an inning this season. Kenny Stevens swings and misses at a slider. He goes down, 2 on, 1 out. Frankie Miller getting intentionally walked to first base, setting up the double play ball. Manuel Tavares takes this one out to left field. It's a fly ball. It is caught. Tag up attempt. Vladdy coming home, and the throw is just off enough to get Vladdy to the plate for the leading run. Soderstrom with a chance to score more, but it's an easy pop-up at shortstop, and it ends the 8th inning. But Garrett Crochet has got to go 2 for 2 on save ops in the first 3 games of the season. He gets the strikeout of Eloy Jimenez for out number 1. Big hitter goes down. Here's Andrew Vaughn, 3-2 count, and this one's in foul territory. Frankie Miller ranges over to make the grab, 2 down. Gavin Sheets 0 for 4 on his day, and he ropes one real fast and hard out to right field. Hey, yo, that one is gone. Gavin Sheets doing the airplane around the bases, 398 feet. His team is excited about tying this game up. Moncada takes one to center field. Gibbons gets a bad jump, but very easy ball to play, and he will play it. We are through the middle of the 9th. We go into the 10th inning. Jackie Zito striking out for the White Sox. And that is going to give the A's a chance to walk it off after Crochet blows a save. Vladdy Jr. hits one down the first baseline. Easy out for the White Sox, but it does move the runner into 90 feet away on third. Nivar striking out. 2 outs. Runner on third. Kenny Stevens bouncing through the hole between first and second, and that will do it. The Oakland Athletics, Jason Gibbons scores the winning run at the plate, and it's a 6-5 win to sweep the White Sox in the opening series of the season. In April, Reid Hoffman ends up fracturing his hand, taking him out for 1 to 2 months. But it would give Carlos Castaneda a chance to get more of a role with the team. And we go into a game in Flushing, New York at Citi Field. The Athletics start their year 11-11, not exactly what they wanted. Tom Pride, 1-2 with an over 6 ERA, and barely legal. We'll take a look at his 5th start of his career. He's under a 4 ERA, which isn't bad, but look at this. Giving up a run early to Brandon Nimmo on the RBI. Guerrero steps on first base. Shoulda went for 2. What is Vladdy doing? And then Ronnie Mauricio makes it even worse. As Gibbons can't get to that ball, it's all the way up against the wall. Mauricio gets an RBI double. It's 3-0 Mets already. We're still in the first inning. Nathaniel Lowe ropes one right down the right field line, and that's an RBI double for him, making it 4-0. We're not done. Seiya Suzuki down the right field line again. Citi Field helping the Mets out here in their dimensions. 5-zip right now. And in the top of the 4th, Carlos Castaneda. Hey, a bouncing dribbler. It's a single. Castaneda's safe. The throw to the plate is not in time to get Frankie Miller. 6-2 later on in the bottom of the 5th. Gunnar Hoagland in relief. He walks in a run. Seiya Suzuki drawing that walk. It's 7-2. Tomas Nido hits it right down the right field line perfectly. These Mets know what they're doing in this park, and it's not just going to be 8-2. It's going to be 9-2. It's going to be 10-2 at that point. Couple of walks. We're going to go ahead, throw Damon Lucero in the game. He gives up a grand slam to our old friend Jordan Walker. This game was a disaster, 14-3. Reid Hoffman no longer injured at this point in the season, but we're 42-29 at this point in the season. It was looking bad early. Now we're in Fenway facing Brad Keller. It is Dino Valenzuela on the hill, and he is striking out Red Sox hitters, and that's what you love to see. Ending the first inning scoreless. Later, he's got a lead. Our old friend Benny Roush, remember him? He's going to go down looking. He didn't like it, but backwards K it is. Manuel Margot, now a Red Sox, over to Nivar, and he will throw him out to prevent any runs from crossing the plate. Rafi Devers in the bottom of the 5th sits there check swinging. It doesn't matter. It was a strike, Rafi. You got to swing at that thing. So there you go. Dino with a very nice performance thus far. Frankie Miller takes one out to right field, and that one is caught. No runs on the runners in scoring position. Pimpersheem's having a great year in his rookie season, but the computer doesn't like playing him for some reason. There's the throw, and that will get an out there. Kenny Stevens with a 2-run jack, and then Devers matches a solo homer. Doesn't exactly match. It's 2-1 there. Garrett Crochet coming in to try to get the save on the 3-1 game. He gets Sedan Rafaela just sitting there looking, window shopping. Jaron Duran, again, sitting there looking and window shopping. Somebody going to swing the bat? Benny Roush, 0 for 3 on the day. He struck out already. Nope, he's just going to sit there and window shop as well. 3-1. Oakland Athletics get the win in Fenway Park against the Boston Red Sox, and it guarantees that they win that series as they were up 2-0. Tino Valenzuela with his 6th win of the year, Crochet with his 19th save, and it's time for the 2029 draft. It's upon us, and I'm warning you, it got weird. I really heavily scouted catchers as I wanted the replacements for Langoliers and potentially Soderstrom and Susac if we can't keep them. With the first overall pick, the Orioles selected starting pitcher Pablo Santana, who I didn't even bother with scouting. With the second overall pick, the Guardians selected starting pitcher J.R. Kennedy, who at least was a highly ranked prospect. And with the third overall pick, the White Sox selected center fielder Archie Lyons, who was the top-ranked player on the MLB board. So, fast forward to our pick at number 27, and the catchers don't look like good values at this spot, so instead it was a lucky dip in round 1 on this man, Eddie Cortez, who we knew nothing about, but all those greens and blues in the future column kinda had me horny. Ayo? Could be a huge mistake. Competitive balance, pick number 38, still wasn't comfortable with a catcher yet, so we go for Alton Schroer, who we didn't scout, but he's got a nice potential range, so we can't go wrong with that, right? In round 2, at pick number 59, that's where we take our first shot at a catcher in Mark Humphrey. He won't be great now, but there's a chance to grow into something nice. At pick number 68, one shy of being perfect, our comp pick for losing Bobby Witt, we go for Charlie O'Brien. Now, hear me out. I know he doesn't have good potential, but I'm banking on mid-70s overall to potentially be the backup catcher next year at the major league level in case we need him to be that. Round 3, pick 102, for those who've seen the Mariners franchise, Base Nakajima had a son, and he's coming to Oakland. Anthony Nakajima, welcome home, kid. Round 4, pick 132. Yep, another catcher gets selected. Chris Dixon this time. Look, one of these guys is bound to be a good player, right? Round 5, pick 162. The last catcher, I promise. Todd Hamby. I'm hoping for some potential here. Round number 6, pick 192. Lucky dipping, of course, but first baseman Enrique Medeiros could have a potential. We gotta take a chance on that. Of course, low potential Charlie O'Brien was the first to sign with us. Chris Dixon wasn't far behind, 2 catchers down. Last year's first rounder Eugene Pease breaks his foot in the middle of these contract signings. That sucks for him. Todd Hamby was next to sign, followed by Mark Humphrey, and then Alton Schroer. So only our first rounder Eddie Cortez and our 6th rounder Enrique Medeiros remain. Now we hit the trade deadline. We're 1.5 games back of the Rangers, with AAA leading by 15 games and AA leading by 5. So, a little deadline assessment here. Starting pitching on this team is painfully mediocre at best. Barely Legal is our only sub-4 ERA in the rotation, and I can't even pitch well with him in game. While AAA is flame-throwing. No wonder they're 15 games up. Pen-wise, Crochet has been mediocre at best. Pimpersheem's kinda doing nice, but they've only allowed him to pitch 11 innings. Klink and McBride are killing it, while Stahl and Lucero are struggling. Hitters, I can't complain at catcher. Soderstrom and Susac are doing great. Vladdy, Tavares, and Navar are all kinda raking. Delgado's being solid for utility for us. I'm disappointed in Miller at 246. If his homers were in the 20s, I'd be fine with it. Freaking Mayer has more dongs than him, but he's hitting 251. Stevens having a lackluster year for himself. Hoffman's fine. I'm a bit underwhelmed, but he's been hurt. Carter's been great off the bench. Castaneda having a coming out party? That's what we like to see. Givens is fine. He's not batting title Givens, but he's fine. Now the question comes, do the A's go out and make deals at the deadline, or do they sit back and use their deadline budget to sign their own stars for the future? Klink would take $9.1 million over the next 5. McBride would likely accept $10.7 over 6, I think. And Jason Givens is looking for around $13 million per year over 6 years, which is the least expensive deal we've actually seen from him yet. Do we jump on it? You don't have a ton of budget to pick up salary. Sound off in the comments. What would you do? A disappointing first 106 games sitting a game and a half back of the Rangers. What will the Oakland A's do to change it up? Find out next time. Thank you for your never-ending support, and thank you for the support of my channel members. I'm forever grateful to you all, and in case no one has told you, FG fam, I love you guys.